Hello and welcome to Football Face-Off. I'm Brett Cohen and I'm here with Noah Benson and Jack Horowitz. We're starting today's show off with a widely debated topic. Who is the best running back in the NFL? Jack, start off.
I think undoubtedly the best running back in the NFL has to be Christian McCaffrey because of how good he's been over the last few years when he doesn't get hurt. He acts as a receiver and running back with the amount of speed and receiving he has. He almost got a 1,000-yard receiving season and a 1,000-yard rushing season last year. But obviously his season was cut a little short because he was hurt and then got dealt off to the Niners.
So I disagree with you. I think undoubtedly Derrick Henry is the best running back in pro football, and let me tell you why.
Fine. But when you look at Derrick Henry, look who he's playing. He might be a beast, but look who he's playing. He's playing the Texans twice a year, who might be the worst team in football. He's playing the Jags, who are solid, but he doesn't historically put up great numbers against them. And he's playing the Colts, who are another weak team, who he plays twice a year. And when Christian McCaffrey is playing in arguably the toughest division in football at times, with the Rams, who used to have one of the best defenses in the league, the Seahawks, who have a very solid defense, and the Cardinals, who usually have a good defense, but not as of recent.
So let me give you my reasoning. So Derrick Henry, his down year, as you say it, he apparently, according to you, 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns, a down year. Christian McCaffrey's highest yards rushing in a single season was 1,300. He is not an amazing
but you don't
runner.
account for his receiving stats.
I'm saying
Derrick
best running
Henry,
back, not best all-time.
Yeah, but it all
stat.
comes into play. Derrick Henry is a below-average receiving back.
Yeah, and Derrick Henry also, he owns everyone in his division. McCaffrey gets hurt way more than him. Derrick Henry's only gotten hurt twice in his whole career.
Yeah, in his career, he was hurt for the majority of the season.
McCaffrey has missed 2 seasons.
Yeah, and he was with the Carolina Panthers. Now he's with the 49ers.
I'm going to have to cut you guys off there. I also have to agree with Jack. I think that Christian McCaffrey is the best running back in the NFL because of how big of a threat he is on the ground and through the air. All right, our next topic is, what is the best landing spot for DeAndre Hopkins?
You go first.
All right, so I think the Dallas Cowboys are the best landing spot for DeAndre Hopkins.
Horrible.
Nope. DeAndre Hopkins would be some more veteran experience that this young Cowboys need.
Yeah, but look at the Kansas City Chiefs, okay? You got Patrick Mahomes, who's the best player in all of football and the best quarterback. Travis Kelce, who's undoubtedly a future Hall of Famer and the best tight end in football. And who's their wide receiver one? Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney's their wide receiver one. They're desperate in need for DeAndre Hopkins to get themselves a competent wide receiver one that could put them in games. Because when you really look at the Chiefs, the only weak spot that they have is a very big need for a wide receiver. And they don't have that. So DeAndre Hopkins would be the perfect fit. And could you just imagine how dominant Kelce, Mahomes, and Hopkins would be on the same offense? They could go right back to the Super Bowl if they weren't going to do it already. And I think Hopkins wants to go to a team now that he's ending his career almost to win a Super Bowl because he's never won anything in his career. He needs to go to a team that could win a Super Bowl, and I don't think the Cowboys could win a Super Bowl because Dak Prescott is a very inconsistent quarterback, obviously, and in the playoffs, he's even more inconsistent. So where do you see the Cowboys being a great fit for him?
I see the Cowboys being a great fit for him because he isn't that same guy who played in Houston and was a star in Arizona. He's not that same guy. He's coming up on 30.
Look at the camera.
He's not going to be that guy. But what he will be is an amazing veteran wide receiver too that will bolster this Cowboys offense, which is pretty much has no weakness outside.
Fine, but he wants to be the wide receiver one, go on to win a Super Bowl, and the Chiefs are just the exact right team for him to do this. I don't see how you see the Cowboys. No. I don't see how you see DeAndre Hopkins going to the Cowboys when the Chiefs are right there, who are coming off of a Super Bowl victory without a competent wide receiver one.
But they play in the hardest conference in football.
Wrong. The NFC East is the hardest in football.
I said conference, not division.
Oh, but still.
If they can make it out of the NFC East, because there's only 2 teams that can even come close to stopping them.
Who?
The Eagles and the Niners. Everyone.
Uh-huh.
Everyone else is not gonna.
I don't think that's true, though, because that's what we said last year. But then, obviously, the Niners beat them. But I think other teams, besides the Eagles, could beat them. I think the Giants could beat the Cowboys. I think
The Giants made the playoffs last year because they have the easiest schedule in all of pro
Wrong. The Giants are a competitive team who could definitely beat the Cowboys because Dak Prescott is so inconsistent and so horrible. And just adding DeAndre Hopkins to this wide receiver core will not change a thing because he's a veteran wide receiver who won't teach CeeDee Lamb that much.
I got a hot take for this one. I think that you guys are going to disagree with me, but I say that the Patriots are going to get DeAndre Hopkins because Bill Belichick is desperately looking for a way to get Mac Jones running as the QB1 for the Patriots, and DeAndre Hopkins would be the perfect fit. And I talked to ESPN Insider yesterday, Mike Tannenbaum, and he said that the best landing spot for DeAndre Hopkins would be the Patriots, and I'm going to have to agree with him. And our final topic for today is, who would you rather start a franchise with? Brock Purdy, Daniel Jones, or Justin Fields?
I think we might both agree on this one. Probably not. We'll see. Brett, you could chime in if you want to. But I think undoubtedly out of these three, Daniel Jones is the clear-cut pick. What do you think about that?
I do not agree for one reason. See, don't count out Justin Fields.
No, Justin Fields has not had a winning record in his career. He has zero playoff experience. Daniel Jones got a huge contract, which is probably not deserved, but clearly the Giants think he's a great quarterback to continue their franchise with and try to win the Super Bowl.
Trust me. So here's the thing. Justin Fields, last year, offensive weapons, worst offensive line in the league. Wide receiver 1, Darnell Mooney.
Fields cannot do it in the air. He can only do it on the ground.
No,
Daniel Jones has a great mix of both where he can run however he wants and throw the ball for how many yards he wants to.
The reason that Justin Fields ran the whole time is he didn't do anything else. If you actually
Wrong, because if you watch training camp, the thing that Justin Fields is practicing on is running.
If you watch
He's a running back. He is a running back. He just is trying to be Lamar Jackson. He can't be Lamar Jackson. He can't be Lamar Jackson.
During the regular season, Justin Fields, every single play.
It's horrible. Even when he's wide open, he was wide open against the Lions. You know what he did? Everyone wide open. He threw a pick because of course he did because he's a horrible passer. Daniel Jones is a great mix of both.
There's only 3 guys in the backfield.
I'm gonna have to agree with Noah here. I'm going Justin Fields because look at Daniel Jones' supporting cast. He had Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, who's oftenly hurt and still puts up good numbers.
And a decent offensive line, and he had Dexter Lawrence on the defensive side of the ball, and a mid to good secondary. Brock Purdy had the best defense in the entire league, in my opinion.
Yeah, Purdy's horrible.
And he had Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, and Christian McCaffrey, so he's not even in the debate. But Justin Fields, look what he's been able to do stat-wise.
He's been able to do nothing. He doesn't throw the ball.
No supporting cast.
He runs. All he does
this
is run.
season, let me tell you this.
A great quarterback makes their receivers
The Bears will win at least 7 games this season.
He will
and that,
with a new
and that is
offensive
why
line.
Justin Fields is my clear-cut pick for this one.
Fine, but every year, look at Tua down here in Miami. We see him. Every year they get new offensive linemen, but could Tua stay healthy? Could Tua still be that top 10 quarterback every season? Clearly not. So
He's played 3 seasons.
Why are we bringing Tua into this?
Because it's the same example. Just getting an offensive line won't fix your entire
You also
career.
got a brand new wide receiver 1.
That does not matter.
How did that not matter?
Great quarterbacks make the receivers better. If Julian Edelman didn't play for Tom Brady, do you think Julian Edelman would be half the player he is today? No. Exactly. Tom Brady made him get to that level. And I don't think if Fields had these horrible receivers and he was an amazing quarterback, then why couldn't he get them to the competitive level?
I never called Fields an amazing quarterback. I just said among those 3 guys, I would pick him to start my franchise because with the same supporting cast as Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy, I think he would do the best. He would throw for at least at least 4,000 yards.
Fields would throw for 4,000
And
yards?
he'll run for at least 600.
No, he won't throw for 4,000 yards. He didn't even touch 4,000 yards last year. Maybe went a little over, but I don't think he touched 4,000 yards last season.
I'm gonna have to wrap the show up right there. Thank you guys for listening to what was it?
Football face-off.
Football face off. See you next time.